And when we're talking about variables, we really have two basic types of variables that we're going to be discussing in this class. The first is a qualitative variable. Qualitative, right? Having to do with qualities rather. All right, so this is an object or individual that is then observed and the object or individual or the characteristic is then recorded as a non-numeric characteristic or attribute. So what are some examples of qualitative variables, right? Well, one of them is going to be our gender, our sex. Others are going to be the state of our birth, or the state or country where we're living. Also our eye color, hair color, so on and so forth. So qualitative doesn't have to do with numbers. It's non-numeric. Contrast that to quantitative. If qualitative does not have to do with numbers, then you guessed it, quantitative is a variable that represents a quantity, right? So it's a variable that is reported numerically. Some examples of quantitative variables are the amount of money that you have in your checking account. The number of people employed at Chadron State College. The life of your car battery. How tall you are, how much you weigh, so on and so forth. These are all things that are reported numerically, so they are quantitative variables. Now within quantitative variables, we can break those up into some discrete variables which are typically the result of counting. For example, a discrete variable would be the number of bedrooms or bathrooms in a house. Could also be the number of students in this statistics course. The second type of variable is the variable that we are used to seeing. That is our continuous variable. These are usually the result of measuring something. Continuous variables would be the length of a flight. From Chadron to Denver, which is about an hour and a half. half. Or another continuous variable would be your grade point average. So these are the two types of variables and the two types of quantitative variables that we're going to be seeing in this class.